Now it's time for my stand-up guest. Please welcome the absolutely fantastic Troy Hawke!
I don't have long. The one thing I did want to talk about is this new virus that's sweeping the UK, this Imposter Syndrome. I don't know if you know, an imposter is somebody that pretends to be somebody else for some form of gain, financial or otherwise. I mean, who would do that? What kind of broken shell of a person would hide their true nature? What are they trying to hide? That becomes a question, doesn't it? What human version of North Korea would I actually be talking about here with this imposter syndrome? Do you know what the answer is? Nearly everybody. 9 out of 10 people in Britain suffer from imposter syndrome. It's a sense that you don't deserve what you have, you're not entitled to what you've earned, and you're just not good enough. 90% of British people. The other 10% were privately educated. And those buggers don't get imposter syndrome. Now, you think, well, I'll tell you what, Boris Johnson is probably the Archduke of not having imposter syndrome. I think we can put that out there. You don't lead the country in a 2-year-long, ego-driven, blindfolded can-can through a minefield. Stopping only to machine gun the British public's money directly at your very best friends before going back to a flat those same friends paid to decorate to celebrate the fact that you can carry on your bloated, masturbatory Winston Churchill fantasy at everybody's expense until the country is literally drained dry. You have to be dragged out by your ankles, leaving your fingernails embedded in the doorframe. Do you think that man wasted a second on self-examination? The elites do not get imposter syndrome. Do you know who else doesn't get it? Imposters. Genuinely. They don't get their own syndrome. An imposter with imposter syndrome is just self-aware. They're just pointing at themselves in the mirror, oh yeah, that's not me. Now, the people that get it the hardest in this country, and this is a shame, are the people who have a lot of moral responsibility at the jobs they do. People who want to evolve all the time, people who ask themselves hard questions, people who want to be better at what they do. These are the people that get struck with the imposter syndrome. I'm going to ask you a question. Do we have any teachers here? All right, over there, you get imposter syndrome at work, don't you? Of course you do. You're a teacher. Good Lord, every day you have to go in mindful of the fact that one wrong word, one wrong foot, you could say something to one of those gentle, malleable minds that could psychologically damage them for the rest of their life. Not only damage them, damage their sense of self, damage all of their future relationships. Just one tiny thing that you could say to spiral them off into a psychic vortex of negativity. You have to be on point every day, and I imagine the worry about that keeps you awake some nights. Would that be accurate? Look at me! I'm going to vaccinate you against imposter syndrome right now. Imposters do not get imposter syndrome. So here's what you do. Next time you're on the way to the school, you do a left instead of a right. You find the nearest B&Q and you just start working there. Do you hear me? I don't mean go through a formal applications process, madam. I mean you march into that staff room with the energy of the 3 bears. Do you hear me? Who's been drinking out of my coffee mug? Am I doing a double on Sunday? Honestly, nobody's going to question you. Nobody. They're just going to think, oh, good Lord, the new girl's a bit fiery. Keep the energy going, yank a high vis off a coat peg, bang that door open out onto the B&Q shop floor, start advising customers on hammers, screws, lawnmowers, keep going until security finally work out that you do not work there. Do you know what it is that will give you away? The fact that you are actually helping folk in a B&Q. Anyway, they will see you walking towards instead of away from customers. Well, there's something rotten in Denmark here. There's something rotten in Denmark here. Oh, she doesn't work here. This makes perfect sense. And then what they'll do, they'll frog march you out. They'll dump you on a heap on the floor. And what I want you to do at that point is make a note of that feeling, right, of being an actual imposter. Pick yourself up. Go back to the job that you're physically, intellectually, and emotionally qualified to do. Put your shoulders back and smash the hell out of it. The reason that you have imposter syndrome is because you're good at your job. Do you understand that? The fact that you're analysing and questioning yourself makes you good at what you do. Do you know who's not good at their jobs? People who leave work every day going, oh, smash the granny out of that one. Not good at their jobs. But they do end up running the country. I've been Troy Hawke. Thank you so much for the time.